That's right.
With that, I would like to introduce Assembly Member Inez Barron.
We say no to Wal-Mart.
Yeah.
We say no to Wal-Mart. 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 Thank you. My name is Assemblymember Inez Barron, and I'm joined today by Ms. Joy Simmons, who is representing Councilmember Charles Barron. This is a fight that we have been waging for many, many years. Wal-Mart's slogan is low prices, but there's a high cost for those low prices. And we say that the cost is not worth the low prices.
Amen.
When we look at Wal-Mart, we know they have a history of being where they are based on the largesse of government, based on exploitation of cheap foreign labor, based on low wages that they pay, based on the fact also that they have a history of extensive charges of sexism and racism. And we say that this latest allegation of bringing bribes is yet just another reflection of how they have exploited their wealth for the advantage of the top people in their company, and we say no. We say we will not allow you to continue to do that. As these charges are going forward, we say we call on the government to look at what has happened, and we want the state to also look at what is going on. If they've done it in Mexico, we want to be assured that it has not happened, because I certainly didn't want to cast aspersions on my colleagues in government here. So we want to be able to go forward with confidence, knowing that that has not happened. But that does not, in fact, deter us from our position that Wal-Mart cannot come into New York City.
That's
right.
Right.
Wal-Mart is not due to any kind of benefits bringing into New York City. What they do is they bring 2 jobs and we lose 3 jobs. They bring low wages, they bring jobs with no benefits or low benefits. They are opposed to unionization, and it is an attack on labor to say that you are considering Wal-Mart coming here. Wal-Mart has refused to come to the table. They have refused to come to the city council. They have refused to come to Community District 5, where it is reported they want to establish a store. They have refused any kind of negotiations or open talk. And we say, if you have nothing to hide, you certainly would want to come forward and present your position. But based on the fact that you have so much to hide, based on the fact that you have such a negative history, we know that there's no benefit that New York City can expect by bringing Wal-Mart in. When they tried to come years ago, they faced a resounding no. Now there are some politicals who are hesitant, undecided, wavering, and not sure. We're saying that this latest allegation should confirm to you that Wal-Mart is not a corporate sponsor that is good for New York City. So we're ending by saying we support the charges that are being brought. We're supporting the call to action, and we're ending by saying we say no to Wal-Mart. We say no to Wal-Mart. Thank you.
We say no to Wal-Mart. We say no to Wal-Mart.
And if we could also call up Assembly Member Williams.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Assemblyman Rory Lance from Queens. I chair the Assembly Subcommittee on Workplace Safety. And, let me say that Wal-Mart is just typical of a corporation that knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. They know the price of discriminating against women. They know the price of discriminating against people of color. They know the price of cutting corners on safety. They know the price of putting small businesses and the people that they employ out of work. And now we know that they know the price of buying government favors. We know that they know the price of buying government favors in Mexico, and I think all of us are deeply concerned that they may know the price of buying those favors here in the United States and possibly in New York. It's very interesting to see in the last few years how Wal-Mart has suddenly morphed into a good corporate citizen. They want to get involved in all sorts of charitable contributions. They care about our neighborhoods. They want to contribute to our elected officials. I think that the Justice Department should examine very, very closely those who have accepted contributions from Walmart should examine very closely Walmart's charitable contributions in New York and the rest of the United States. So at the very least, we can be assured that the bribery scandal that is mushrooming in Mexico is limited to Mexico. But we're here because we know the value of hard work. We know the value of our small businesses. We know the value of full and equal participation in the workforce of women and people of color. We know the value of providing people with benefits and wages that they can live on. And we're here to say that those values, those quintessential New York values, don't make any room for Walmart in our great city. Yeah. So I'm opposed to Walmart's entry into the New York City market. I call on the Justice Department and other federal and state and local regulatory agencies to evaluate Walmart's behavior and its potential interference in our political process. And at the very least, all of us should say, time out any effort by Walmart to come into our city and impugn our values and what's important to us as New Yorkers. Thank you.
We say no to Walmart. We say no to Walmart. We say no to Walmart.
Up next, we'd like to introduce Maine Editor President Scott Street.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's pretty clear that Walmart's corporate boardroom is now a rolling crime scene. And part of what we have to understand is that this company is now an international embarrassment. They disgrace the United States of America. They go to another country and in an attempt to expand their business, they bribe and connive every which way. That is not the way you do business in New York City. That is not the kind of corporate citizen we expect from the people who work in our city. We've got a lot of big companies in this town. We've got a lot of people in big towers doing great things for this city. We love our small businesses, but we respect our big companies. But we will not allow a big company to exploit our neighborhoods, exploit our small businesses, and then use the power of bribery to get what they want. This is the line in the sand. And what we're saying today and making very clear, Walmart, you did this to yourself. You went out there and you thought that you could use tactics that, quite frankly, are criminal at best, and you thought you could get away with it, and now you didn't. We're here today to say our neighborhoods and our local business and our workers deserve better. Proud to join with this coalition, proud to join with the people here who have long, for many years now, have said that we want to preserve the best parts of our community, and while we certainly respect the big companies that are here in this city, they play by the rules. They do it the right way and the honest way, and we will expect nothing less from a company like Walmart. I wish them luck in their ongoing criminal investigation, and I look forward to seeing them in the next 20 years. Thank you.
Next, we'd like to call forward some of the many council members that are here today with us. Councilmember Dolan, Rodriguez, Mark Viverito, Chin, Lander, and Bramer. Am I missing things?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. And thank you to the folks of the NY Walmart Free New York City Coalition. I'm here for one specific purpose, and that's as the chairperson of the City Council's Housing and Buildings Committee, which has oversight of a land transfer that happened in East New York at the East New York Gateway Mall, which HPD is potentially expanding some state land to potentially build a site for Walmart. Now look, let's put the allegations in Mexico aside. I think their workplace practices have been well documented here. There's been a lot of groups and a lot of individuals that were concerned about Walmart coming into this marketplace prior to anything that happened in Mexico. So before this incident in Mexico, I received written correspondence from this group to look into Walmart's and HPD's potential land transfer, and my committee will take a very close look at this land deal to make sure that it is above board. It was supposed to be during a public process and a public disposition, and that did not occur. Now certainly they may have the legal authority to not do it in a public format, but certainly had it been done publicly, even if there was opposition, the fact that it would have been clean would have been beyond a doubt. But now that this has been done quietly and carefully, and clandestinely, by a city agency, my committee will take a look into this matter to make sure that one, it was done properly, two, that Walmart played no role in it, because it's not guaranteed to be a Walmart site, and we don't want it to be a Walmart site because there's plenty of other uses that bring fair and responsible jobs to the people of East New York that they need. So I'll stand with my colleague Charles Barron and my colleague Inez Barron, who were two elected officials that signed on to the letter to ask my committee to look at, and just say to you publicly, my committee will do exactly that. And with me and my committee, you have our full support to look into these allegations. And I look forward to working with you hand in hand on city and state. And if any of my colleagues in other branches of city government want to join me in taking a look, I certainly could use the expertise. Thank you all very much.
Any other council members like to say a word?
I'm Councilmember Rodriguez. I'm from Washington Heights. And corporation cannot live with two standards. Bad practice in one place and good practice in another one. If Wal-Mart is having bad practice in Mexico, where we are living today in a small planet, it means that they are guided by bad practice everywhere they go. They already have a bad practice when it comes to respecting our labor. They have bad practice destroying our small businesses. And that's the simple reason why we're here today supporting this coalition. This city has been built with our small businesses, and we are here supporting our supermarkets, our bodegas owners, our laborers, and we are saying, Wal-Mart, you are not welcome here unless you change those practices that you have, destroying a small business and bad practice with your laborers. Estamos aquí porque hay una práctica incorrecta que tiene esta compañía Wal-Mart. La tiene en México sobornando y es lo mismo que ha pretendido hacer también en el estado de Nueva York. No se puede vivir con dos formas. Mala práctica en México y querer que lo va a hacer diferente aquí. Apoyamos a los supermercados, apoyamos a nuestras bodegas, apoyamos a los pequeños negociantes y a los trabajadores. Y no amar a Wal-Mart en la ciudad de Nueva York.
Councilmember Melissa Martinelli, I just want to thank everyone that has pulled together today to support. And in this particular case, although I'm not typically a proponent of NIMBY, I support NIMBY in this case. We do not want Wal-Mart in our backyard, not in my backyard. And I think for all the reasons that have been cited, the case in Mexico just validates the positions that we have taken over the years as to why Wal-Mart is not a good corporation and should not be allowed to come to New York City. We support, as was indicated, those small businesses. We support dignified work with quality benefits, and Wal-Mart offers none of that. It has a pattern of discrimination, of race to the bottom on wages, denial of good benefits, and those are not practices that we support. Those are not jobs that will lift people out of poverty in this city where our poverty numbers have increased. So we really want to stand strong and united front to send that message, and Wal-Mart, you better hear us loud and clear. Thank you.
We say no to Wal-Mart. We say no to Wal-Mart. We say no to Wal-Mart. We say no to Wal-Mart.
My name is Councilmember Jimmy Van Bramer, and I stand with my colleague Assemblyman Roy Landsman in saying Queens says no to Wal-Mart. All right. The borough of Queens says no to Wal-Mart. And I just want to say we had hearings last year that raised very, very disturbing and problematic questions about practices at Wal-Mart with respect to women in the workforce, with respect to LGBT Americans in the workforce, serious questions about how Wal-Mart treats its workers. And now we hear this horrific scandal in Mexico. Corporations have cultures. Those cultures can be good, and those cultures can be very bad. And everything that I have learned about Wal-Mart's corporate culture is very, very bad when it comes to workers, the men and women who make Wal-Mart one of the richest companies in the entire world, and yet have to fight every single day for with a dignity that is due every single worker in this country. So I stand with this great coalition, all these great members of organized labor behind me in saying no to Walmart for my district, for Queens, for the city of New York. Thank you very much.
We're very excited to be joined today as well by former Comptroller Phil Thompson.
Yes.
No, we're not here today to say no to big business. We're here to say no to bad business. And that's what Walmart is. As controller, I guess I had a running battle going with Walmart about accountability, about corporate culture, about being a bad corporate citizen. You go back and look at the history of Walmart, child labor allegations, discrimination against women, discrimination against seniors. That's Walmart. Now that they've tried to put a different face on it, we're not going to buy that. Because the corporate culture of Walmart is bad to begin with. And it's been bad for years. Now, Mexico, that's only where they've been caught. Sure, now we need a federal investigation into this, and we need to understand what Walmart has done in other places. That's what needs to occur. So, again, I'm happy to stand here with so many others, because Walmart has been a bad corporate player, a bad corporate citizen for years and years. Lack of benefits, lack of so many things, trying to get rid of people when they got too old. And that's the Walmart culture, trying to get rid of them so they wouldn't have to pay health benefits or they wouldn't be out sick. That's Walmart. We don't need a company like that in New York City. So I'm happy to stand here today with so many and again say, let's just say no to Walmart. Just say no to Walmart.
We're also very happy to have today the public advocate of New York City, Mr. Blasio.
You know, when you see an article on the front page of the New York Times, the most important newspaper in the world, many would say, the upper right column, the most valuable piece of journalistic real estate on earth, and they say, shocking revelations, the biggest companies on earth using bribery constantly, not once in a while, constantly, to get what they want. Well, I gotta tell you, that should give anyone who's looking at Walmart yet another reason to know they don't belong in New York City. This is a company that will stop at nothing to maximize its profits. Doesn't matter if it hurts the environment, stomps down unions, doesn't give people a living wage, doesn't give them benefits, it doesn't matter, discriminates, whatever it is, Walmart's done it. But now we have evidence they've taken it to a higher level, just open violation of the law, using bribery as an everyday tactic to achieve their goals. And making the situation in Mexico, which is hard enough, worse in the process, adding to the corruption of that country, which is going through such agony right now. So we've seen everything we need to see. Some people are saying, oh, the jury's still out on Walmart. The jury's not out. When you see a front page article in the New York Times documenting how much they're using bribery to get their way. The jury's not out when you look at all the lies, all the times that Walmart has told local governments, you know, we're going to have good wages, and we're going to work with you, we're going to be good citizens. They just blow by all those commitments. They just lie. That's the reality of Walmart. We've had a lot of people in this city look at the situation. You know, on the surface, you think, wow, it'd be nice to have lower prices. Wouldn't that be nice? Until you look at it carefully, you realize wherever they go, they destroy jobs. You lose 3 jobs for every 2 jobs that Walmart creates. We see it all over the country. We saw it most recently in Chicago. It's evidence. It's evidence. You lose jobs. You drive down the wages of the middle class. Walmart is one of the biggest reasons why the middle class is in decline in this country.
That's right.
And they use bribery and every other tool to subvert the government process. These are bad guys. These are bad actors. They do not belong in New York City. I think we've seen more than enough to know Walmart doesn't share our values. They don't belong here. Now, one last thing. Walmart spent a lot of money when they tried to come into New York. You know, they sent out mail, they had advertising. It seemed like some vast offensive was beginning. But you'll notice they still haven't gotten their foot in the door. Now, a lot of good people here are part of that reason, because they fought hard to educate their fellow New Yorkers. A lot of small business people have stood up and said, Walmart is going to undermine the economy of this city. It's going to destroy the neighborhood businesses that we love. So New Yorkers are more and more responding. They're not believing the hype of Walmart. They're fighting back. That's
New York
why Walmart.
communities for change.
That's why Walmart isn't here. That's why they haven't come through the door in New York City, and that's why we're not going to let them come into New York City.
That's right.
We're going to keep fighting. Thank you.
We say no to Walmart. We say no to Walmart. We say no to Walmart. We say no to Walmart.
So with that, we'd like to thank everyone for being here today. Give a special shout out to members of the New York City Wal-Mart Free NYC Coalition to wrap Make the Road New York. UFCW 1500, RWDSU, Local 338, NEDAP, New York Neighborhood Alliance, Food and Water Watch, and anyone else who's here today as well. Thank you very much for being here. What do we say to Walmart?
We say no to Walmart.
We say no to Walmart.
We say no to Walmart. We say no to Walmart.
And we can take questions individually afterwards.
What can you legally do to stop Walmart from entering New York?
There's any number of things that people in government can do to stop Walmart. First of all, Walmart in some cases is going to want city or state land in order to develop. There's a lot of reasons why Walmart should not be given the opportunity to have that land. Second, Walmart inevitably needs any number of other kinds of permits to be able to do its work. And in a lot of cases, they try and get subsidies. So all of those areas, the zoning issues, the state and city land, the subsidy issues, the permits, there's any number of levers the government can use to keep Walmart out. And we intend to use all of them. Because once again, I mean, you know, again, if anyone before last week was at all soft on Walmart or sympathetic to Walmart, it's just to me the final nail in the coffin. You just know they're bad actors, so it's our obligation to keep them out.
Amen. Amen, brother.
When Andrew Cuomo was asked about Walmart yesterday, he said he wasn't taking a position on it. I'm wondering if that counts as somebody who's not sufficiently speaking out on this issue.
Well, I don't think we have a specific situation for him to speak on it yet, but I think if it comes down to an actual proposal for an actual Walmart, then all elected officials will be asked to take a stand. But we don't have that, and I think that's the other interesting issue here. I think a year or two ago, we all thought we'd be right now having rallies at specific sites where a Walmart might be built. But you notice they haven't materialized. Walmart has not even been able to begin the process because there's so much ill will towards them and there's so many roadblocks that are evident. I think Walmart realizes this is a battle they can't win in New York City.
Are you disappointed that Mayor Bloomberg isn't standing here next to you?
Look, I've been very disappointed by his response on Walmart in general. I'm not sure he understands what's happened to the middle class and why Walmart has been such a big part of it. But I'll give him points for consistency. He obviously is a fan of them, and I think there's a reason why so many people in this city are not, because we can't afford to have the middle class undermined further, and we can't afford to lose more jobs. Thank you.